welcome back to the JJ's DEclutter podcast. I'm Julie, I'm here with Janis, and today we're talking about something that plagues every single home we've ever worked in, every single one. We're talking about hotspots, those surfaces in your home that seem to magnetically attract clutter. You know the ones. The kitchen counter that's supposed to be for meal prep, but it's buried under mail, keys and random papers, and that thing you were supposed to deal with 3 weeks ago, it's there too. The entryway table, that's become a dumping ground. And the bedroom chair, that one, it's supposed to be for sitting, but it's actually just a cute clothing storage system.
Oh, the bedroom chair. That's universal. But here's what most people don't realize. Hotspots aren't random. They're not happening because you're lazy or messy. Hotspots happen because you haven't created a proper landing zone for the things that naturally flow through your life every single day. Today, we're teaching you our flat surface scramble method to clear those hotspots and prevent them from coming back. This is a glimpse from week 1 of our Clearing Your Clutter course. So if you're thinking about joining us, this is a preview of a few things we cover right at the beginning.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is a hotspot? It is any flat surface in your home that consistently accumulates clutter. And I want to emphasize the consistently. This isn't about the one time that you left groceries on the counter. This is about surfaces that are always covered. The ones where you can't remember the last time you actually saw the surface itself.
Hotspots are usually in high traffic areas, places you pass through multiple times a day, the entryway, the kitchen counter, the dining room table that hasn't actually seen a meal in 6 months. Oops. And here's the tricky part. They happen in the exact places where you need clear space the most. Your kitchen counter should be for cooking. Your dining table should be for eating. But instead, these prime locations become dumping grounds.
You know, it's not just horizontal surfaces. Floors are horizontal too. They count too. That corner by the door where the shoes pile up, the floor next to your bed where your clothes accumulate, the hallway where backpacks just kind of live, all hotspots.
So why do hotspots form? It's simple. You come home with your hands full, purse, keys, mail, groceries, work bag, kids' backpacks, and you walk in and you need to put everything down right now. So you drop them all on the nearest flat surface and tell yourself, I'll deal with it later. But guess what? Later never comes because you're busy living your life. Tomorrow you come home with another armload and the cycle continues. Before you know it, that surface is completely buried.
Here's what we hear from our declutterers all the time. They look at their hotspots and they feel completely overwhelmed. They don't know where to start. They see this massive pile of mixed up stuff, important papers with junk mail, things they need with things they should have thrown away weeks ago, and their brain just shuts down. It's just too much. It's too confusing. It's too many decisions. So they do nothing and they give up before they even start.
And then they feel guilty about it, which makes the hotspot feel even worse because now it's not just clutter, it's a symbol of failure. And can I just say something? You're not failing. Your hotspots are not a moral failing. They're a systems problem. You don't have a character flaw. You have a lack of landing zones. And that is fixable.
There's another emotional layer too. Hotspots often contain what we call decision clutter. The mail you need to sort, the permission slip that you need to sign, the bill you need to pay. Every single item represents an unmade decision, and unmade decisions are exhausting. Your brain knows there are tasks waiting on that counter, and it's draining your mental energy even when you're not thinking about it.
And that's why hotspots make you feel tired. It's not the physical clutter, it's the mental weight of all those pending decisions. So when we clear hotspots, we're not just clearing surfaces, we're clearing mental space and decision fatigue.
So true. All right, let's talk about how to actually clear a hotspot. We're going to use our flat surface scramble method. This is a foundational technique from week 1 of our Clearing Your Clutter course, and it's designed to be quick, effective, and sustainable. Here's what you need. You need a timer, you need a basket or a box, maybe even a shopping bag. Use one of those and a cleaning cloth and you're it. You've got your timer, your basket, and your cloth, and it's time to go. So no fancy organizing systems, no label maker, no trip to the container store. I'm sorry, you may be disappointed by that, but there's no trip to the container store for this.
So here's how it works. First, you set your timer. We recommend 12 minutes. Hashtag our decluttering dozen. 12 minutes is long enough to make real progress, but short enough that you won't get overwhelmed. Second, grab your basket and quickly sweep everything off that surface into the basket. Don't sort yet. Don't make decisions yet. Just clear the surface completely.
Third, and this is important, wipe down that surface. Use a cloth, duster, cleaning wipe, whatever you have, because here's the psychology of it. When that surface is actually clean and you can see it and smell the clean, your brain doesn't want to mess it up again. It's like when you get your car detailed and you're suddenly very careful about not leaving trash in it.
Fourth, now you go through the basket using our keep or let's go sorting system. Keep, does this item belong on this surface? If yes, it goes back. LE, lives elsewhere? Put it where it actually belonged in your home. T, trash, into the trash or recycling. S, sentimental, set it aside for later, thoughtful consideration. GO, goes out, into the donation box or return it to whoever you borrowed it from.
That's it. 12 minutes, one surface, completely transformed. The key is not trying to organize the whole house at once. Just tackle one hotspot at a time.
So I have a personal hotspot story that I want to share with you. I would come home, I would grab the mail, and I would put everything on the kitchen island. And somehow more things would get piled on top of it. I don't know, permission slips, the flyers from the grocery stores, random things. Things would just get piled on it, and then we wouldn't know what came in that day. So in order to not have that as a hotspot, I created 2 systems or 2 habits. Number one is immediately when I come in the door, I sort through the mail and the junk mail goes in directly into the recycling bin or the shredder pile. 2, everybody mail gets sorted. So we tried taking it to their rooms. They didn't know it was there. They didn't think it was important. So we have a whiteboard downstairs and it's magnetic. So we bought these big, super duty, heavy clips. And what we do is everybody's mail gets clipped into this. Well, this is not mail, but it gets clipped in here. And so everybody, when they come in the door, they can see if they got new mail that they need to take care of. And that's what solved the hotspot of the mail on the kitchen island.
Gotcha. So now here's the thing. The flat surface scramble will clear your hotspot today. But if you want to prevent it from coming back tomorrow, you need to create proper landing zones. A landing zone is a designated spot for the things that naturally flow in and out of your home every day. Your keys, your purse, your mail, your backpack, your coat. These items need a home right by the door where you enter.
Yeah. Think about it. You're not creating hotspots because you're disorganized. You're creating them because you're human and you need somewhere to put your stuff when you walk in the door. So instead of fighting that instinct, work with it. Create an intentional landing zone that can handle the daily influx. This might be hooks on the wall for coats and bags, a small table or shelf with a bowl for keys, a basket for incoming mail, a shoe rack by the door.
Magic of a landing zone is that it corrals the clutter before it spreads. Instead of your purse on the counter, your keys on the table, your coat on the chair, your mail scattered everywhere, each item lands in its one designated spot. And because that spot is designed to handle these items, it doesn't feel cluttered, it feels functional.
And here's what to include in a good landing zone. First, somewhere for bags, hooks or a bench with storage underneath. Second, a spot for keys and small items, a bowl or hook, a small shelf. Third, a system for mail, a vertical sorter or a basket or a clip, something to keep it contained. Fourth, somewhere for shoes if your entry point is where you take them off. And fifth, seasonal items like umbrellas, coats, sunglasses, whatever you grab on your way out the door.
Now, your landing zone doesn't have to be fancy or expensive. I've seen amazing landing zones made from a tension rod with S hooks for bags, a thrifted bowl for keys, and a cardboard box covered in contact paper for the mail. It's not about aesthetics, it's about function. The question is, does it catch the stuff that would otherwise become a hotspot?
All right, so you've done the flat surface scramble, you've created a landing zone. Now what? How do you keep these surfaces clear? The answer is simple, but it requires consistency. The 2-minute reset. Every evening before bed or every morning before you leave the house, spend 2 minutes resetting your hotspot prone surfaces. Walk through with a basket, grab anything that doesn't belong, and return it to its home using the Let's Go system.
2 minutes. That's all it takes when you do it daily. The problem is when you let it go for a week, then it's a 20-minute job. And then you don't want to do it. So it goes for another week. And suddenly it's a 2-hour job. And you're overwhelmed again. Small, doable doses, people. 2 minutes daily beats 2 hours monthly every single time.
And you want to know a game changer?
Mm-hmm.
Teach your family the landing zone system. If everyone who lives in your home knows where things go, they can put it there themselves instead of leaving them for you. Kids can hang up their own backpacks. Partners can put their own keys in a bowl. This isn't about you being a household manager. It's about everyone taking responsibility for their own stuff and the house they live in.
Absolutely. So also you want to be ruthless about incoming clutter. Hotspots accumulate partly because we let too much stuff into our homes in the first place. The catalog you didn't ask for, recycle it at the mailbox. The takeout menu, you're going to order online anyway, so trash it. The free samples and business cards and random papers that people hand to you, if you don't need it immediately, don't bring it home. Stop the clutter at the source.
So, everything we've talked about today, understanding hotspots, the flat surface scramble, creating landing zones, this is what we dive deep into during week 1 of our Clearing Your Clutter course. Because you can't successfully declutter your whole house if you can't maintain clear surfaces. And that's a truth. Week 1 is all about quick wins and foundational systems that build your confidence.
We start with hotspots because they give you immediate, visible results. When you clear that kitchen counter for the first time in months, you feel like a superhero. That feeling propels you into week 2 and beyond. Plus, learning the Keeper Let's Go system on a hotspot where the stakes are low and the items are mostly just misplaced, they're not deeply sentimental. This prepares you for the harder decluttering work later in the course.
If you're ready to create systems that actually stick, Clearing Your Clutter started April 6th. You can find all the details at abcdeclutter.com. It's not too late to start. 5 weeks, live coaching with us, and a community of declutterers going through it with you.
All right, declutterers. So here's your challenge for the week. Pick one hotspot, just one. Set your timer for 12 minutes. Grab a basket. Do the flat surface scramble using Keeper Let's Go. Then create a simple landing zone so it doesn't come back. One surface, 12 minutes. You can do this.
And if you do it, tag us on social media or send us a message. We want to see your cleared surfaces. We want to celebrate with you because every cleared hotspot is a win, and we're here for all the wins.
Keep it simple.
Keep it intentional. And as always, keep decluttering. I didn't stop that time until you didn't start talking.
This is so funny. Okay, let's see. Stop recording.